Hello, and welcome back to the Four Horsemen. Myself, along with Harlan from Go Bears Diecast Workshop, Tom Ward from Caliber 50 Customs, and Andrew from Maple Leaf Customs make up the Four Horsemen. This month's guest horseman is Ron Raby from Somo Diecast. Ron is an incredible customizer, and make sure you please check out his channel because he's got a lot to offer you when it comes to doing some fine customs. This month's build chosen by Ron is a Hot Wheels 55 Belair gasser. And what we're going to do to this car is we're going to slam it down to the ground. This is going to be really interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun. So sit back, grab your favorite adult beverage, and join in today as we slam this 55 gasser. Let's go ahead and have some fun and enjoy your beverage.
It's time to start the autopsy.
I've taken the gasser apart and I've sanded off the graphics off the doors and on the roof. Now we're going to give it a really nice coat of Tamiya Surface Primer. We got the primer done, we let it set for a few hours to dry. Now we're going to put some really sweet decals on there. I do recommend that you put a clear coat on there before you put the decals on there, especially if you have a colored car, because it will produce an effect called silvering. So make sure you have a nice smooth surface to put your decals on, and they'll turn out perfect for you. And there's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. I made these decals myself, and I fit them on the car and made sure that they fit before I printed these. And how I do that is I print them on a piece of regular paper, cut them out with the razor, and then lay it up against the car. That way there, I make sure that my decals fit before I waste any decal paper. Now I use the microset and I put it on the side of the car. Squeegee out any excess fluid and smooth out the decal. And I'll repeat this entire step all the way through while I'm putting on these decals. Now if there's any piece of the decal that's hanging over the edge of the car like that, I use the microset to try and tuck it underneath there. Now sometimes it's really hard to do. You may have to wait until the decal dries before you tuck it under there, etc. Now another thing I'll do is if there's a little bit of lip on there, when I go to clear coat the car, I'll spray a little bit in the area where the decal is off the edge of the car, get the clear coat on there, and then I'll tuck that under, and it will literally glue that decal into place. Everybody likes the Ratfink decals or the Ratfink cars. Almost everybody. I like them. I think they're pretty cool, so I came up with my own design here, and I just like all the colors in there. Now I use the iColor 560 printer to print all my decals, and I use the iColor decal paper to get the results that you're seeing here. Now this is a laser toner printer, and if you're more interested, or if you're interested in making these decals using this printer, there's a link in the description. And if you have any questions, please get a hold of me. Now, the printer is not cheap. Okay, it's a little bit on the expensive side, but you know what, folks? It's a business in a box. This machine was made to make decal transfers or transfers for t-shirts. I've adapted it to make my decals for my cars. Now, not only do I do the 1/64th scale, I can do 1/24th scale, I can do 1/18th scale, etc. You just need to take a picture of the side of the car and the top of the car in order to get your measurements set out properly before you make these decals. Anyway, like I said, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments and I will get back to you. Now this looks really, really good. I'm going to let this dry and then I'm going to detail the car out with the lights, etc. Here's all the pieces. Here's the body. Look how nice that turned out. I used my Diecast Graveyard Clear Coat, which is available at diecastgraveyard.com. Here I've got the base. Now I got this base from Ron Raby at Somo Diecast. Here's the interior. In order to get things to fit, you had to cut off the exhaust pipes. And here's the windshield. Let's go ahead and put everything together and give my creation life.
Life! Life, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And here's what we started with. This Hot Wheels 55 Belair gasser. These cars are absolutely beautiful, and I love the gassers. Anybody that follows my channel already knows this. And we took this car apart, we painted it up, we put some beautiful decals on there to meet this month's theme, which was a slammed gasser. I want to thank Ron at Somo Diecast for accepting the challenge on this build. It was incredible, and I had a lot of fun with this. Now, if you have any questions about what we did, what we accomplished, etc., please don't hesitate to get a hold of me in the comments. There's a lot of things that you've got to cut and you got to fit, and there was a lot of cut and fitting to finally get this thing to work, also to where the car actually rolled properly. But again, it was a lot of fun, and I truly enjoyed this month's build. And here's what we got to. Look at this beautiful Rat Fink slammed gasser. I had a lot of fun with this, and again, I printed up the decals with that iColor 560, again, in the description. I've got the Rat Fink decals on the roof with the stripes. I've got the pinstriping. Look at the detail on these decals, folks. This is absolutely phenomenal. Now, like I always say, guys and girls, you can do this too. Watch the videos that we put out. Watch the videos that all the other Horsemen put out and all the people participating in these builds. They've got a lot to offer you, and it's an awful lot of fun, and you'll truly enjoy this hobby. And I promise you, as much as I do, you'll have a lot of fun with this. But this was great. Next month's build is a 55 Chevy Nomad, and the theme is Halloween. Our guest horseman will be Daryl from Beard Does Diecast. This is going to be a great time, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Accept the challenge. Send your glamour shots to 4horsemendiecast@gmail.com. It's due the last day of the month, your videos, etc. If you don't have a YouTube channel, don't worry about the videos, but send me your glamour shots. Guys, I don't need 10 pictures. Give me one really good picture, and please don't send it any earlier than 5 days before, because I get hundreds of emails a week, and they get lost, I promise you. Thanks for joining me on the Four Horsemen. My name is Paul with Diecast Graveyard. Check out Andrew at Maple Leaf Customs. Check out Harolyn at Go Bears Diecast Workshop, and Tom at Caliber 50 Customs, and all the builders that participated. Thank you, and cheers.